What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here helping you take your game to the next level, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you one of the best passing plays in Madden 18. Now if this is your first time checking out one of my videos and you want to improve your Madden game, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Make sure to hit the bell icon so that you join the notification squad and never miss an upload. So what's up, guys? Like I said, today I'm going to be showing you guys a really great passing play and one of the most overlooked plays in the game in my opinion. It is out of the gun bunch formation and it is the Z spot and go. Now I did break this play down a couple weeks ago, but it was a much different setup. The setup today is something I found when I was just playing online the other day and found it to be really hard to guard. So I wanted to give it to you guys now. This should be in most playbooks that have gun bunch. I'm in the Packers playbook right now, which is my favorite playbook this year and one of the best gun bunches in the game. But check other playbooks like the Patriots, the Saints, the Browns, the Eagles, the Texans. All of these playbooks have gun bunch. It should be in most of those playbooks. Now, when we're running this play, we want to have the bunch side with the 3 wide receivers. We want that on the short side of the field. So as you can see, I have the ball on the right hash. So we also have the bunch on the right side. If the ball was on the left hash, we would flip the formation and have the bunch on the left. So the setup for this play is really simple. All you have to do is put B on a drag, and this is good because we can do this hot route as we're breaking the huddle, and then we can hurry up, get to the line, snap the ball. So it really limits the amount of adjustments that our opponent can make on defense, and they're going to need multiple adjustments to stop this play. So the first thing we want to look at is kind of the glitchy little route combo we have on the short side of the field with the drag, the corner, and the flat route. This is going to do really good at getting this flat route open against most defenses, even cover 2s, which a lot of people run. Now we have Hayward over here, who is a 91 plus zone defender. Whether or not they're 91 zone, it's still going to work just as good, but I want to show you that this technique still works against 91 zone in a cloud flag, because most people probably wouldn't think it will. But watch, he's going to suck inside, and it's going to leave the outside open. Now Kendricks dropped the ball there, but you see that we'll go to the replay real quick, and we're going to run it a few more times just to show you that it's consistent. But you can see that Hayward, he sucks inside kind of with the drag. He follows that drag inside for just a few steps, just enough. You see, starts out here, he kind of goes inside, and then he starts breaking on the flat route. Now, he's not in the worst position in the world, but he's still behind the 8 ball here. Like, we have a significant separation, and if he makes this catch, we turn it upfield, and we probably get about 6-7 yards. You're going to usually at least get 5 yards in this, whether or not they have 91 zone. We'll run it again. See the cloud flat. As soon as you see him go inside, you just want to bullet past this, turn it upfield, and you can see there, got almost 8 yards. And keep in mind, Kendricks isn't even that fast. He's only 82 speed, whereas, you know, some tight ends have 88 speed, 85 speed, and that little bit of extra speed, you know, can help you turn it upfield and sometimes get 10, maybe more yards. So we'll show it one more time. You can really abuse Tampa 2 with this tactic. You can see getting it to the outside. Simple, another 7.5 yards there. So let's look at some other things now. So cover 4. Unless they are shading underneath, you are not going to be able to stop this flat route on the short side of the field. Flat route's open all day now. Casey Hayward broke on that there. We should probably do it a little bit later. So we're going to run it again. Because he does have 91 zone, he's still going to break on it. See, if you throw it a little bit later, you can actually get those 5 yards. You got to let him back up a little bit. We'll show it one more time. Cover 4. Same setup. You can see outside's wide open. We go upfield and we can get those 5 to 6 yards. Now, if they play underneath, a lot of people will play underneath in cover 4 or cover 3. You just got to read the defense. If they play underneath, then you can low ball this corner out. So you see, alright, he's on the tight end. We low ball the corner out, possession catch it. We get down in front of Hayward. I think he might have dropped the ball there, but you get the idea. We'll run it one more time. It may look like he's going to break on it. I mean, he's going to break on it, but he's not going to be able to really, like, pick it off. We get it low balled. And he actually did pick it off that time, so now I just look like an idiot. But for the most part, it's going to be a successful play. Like, he's going to have to get really glitchy to pick this off. Like, the low ball is extremely hard to pick off. That might happen 1 out of, 50 times you might pick off that low ball. But you can see, if you low ball it, possession catch it. You've seen we've thrown it like 5 times. I'll throw it one more. He did jump it 1 time. That's fine. I mean, that's going to happen every once in a while. But as you can see, every other time we've thrown it, he's been there, but he's just a little too late. It's hard to pick off the low pass. Same thing with cover 3. If they don't shade underneath, Again, all day, flat route, go upfield, get 5 to 6 yards. You get 5 to 6 yards every single play, eventually your opponent's going to be in trouble because he's going to have to do something, or else you're just going to go 5 or 6 yards down the entire field. There we kind of tiptoed, still got about 4.5, 5 yards, which is fine. You're getting a first down every couple plays. So again, same thing. If they shade underneath and they decide, alright, we're not going to let this happen anymore, you can just low ball the corner out. Boom. It's wide open every single time. This little 3-route combo right here is so hard to beat. Again, we'll play underneath cover 3. Same thing. Low ball the corner. Boom. It's there. So hard to beat. So they're going to have to put some extra zones over there. They're going to have to, whatever the case may be, you'd have to go over there and try to stop that. So it's a pretty easy play to read, because if you look over there, maybe you hesitate, you don't like the read, maybe they're using over there, then you just bring your eyes back to the middle, and then the drag is going to be your next read. If the drag is there, take it. And the drag will be there a lot, because if you play someone that's a little bit smarter and they say, okay, I'm going to go user this side of the field. Let's say they're usering, this linebacker. It's still going to be hard because you have to kind of guess right. You have to user both routes. But some people are going to start doing that if you just keep abusing them on that side of the field. So your next read is to simply go from right, just kind of swivel your head to the middle of the field where the drag's going. And if they're using on the right side of the field, the drag's going to be open most of the time, because there's not usually, to stop drags and such like that, people user over the middle to stop that. But if you make his user go somewhere else, now you got the drag over the middle, boom, and I mean, like right there, we got 12 yards on the drag route. Now, other things to note: the left side of the field, Jordy Nelson's route. Pretty much all flat zones are going to bite down on this route that Montgomery's on, and it's going to allow you to throw this C route. So watch what happens here. This is a cover 2, and we got sacked by the computer there. I'm going to put that guy in a spy, because that's a hard blitz to block in practice mode. He just comes off the edge like every time. No one picks him up. So anyway, look to the left side of the field. Boom. Jordy Nelson. Huge gain. So I'm going to show you what happens here. Show you exactly what happens here. So we still got, everything working for us on the right. The flat route's still there, but let's just say maybe they're using it, or maybe you hesitated on it. You weren't too sure, because that happens to all of us. You look over the middle of the field, maybe they played, I don't know, maybe they had something to where the drag wasn't open and you didn't like it, and then you progress to this side of the field. Now watch this cornerback. He's not following the deep C route that Jordy Nelson's on. He's kind of just staying home. He's not completely bailing out on Ty Montgomery, but he's respecting Montgomery more. As you can see, he's like 5 yards away from Montgomery, but he's 10 yards away from Nelson. So we throw the ball, he tries to break on it, he's too far, Nelson gets a huge gain. We'll show it one more time, because cover 2 is likely the defense you're going to see the most. So you know how to beat it on the right side of the field. You have the drag over the middle. Maybe you missed the drag or something. Jordy Nelson on the sideline. Boom. Wide open. Now let's just show some of the other coverages now. So whether they're playing cloud flats or hard flats, they're always going to bite down on the running back. So watch here. And then we'll just low pass it. Use LB or L1. Hold the left joystick at about 7 o'clock. Low pass it easy. So that was cloud flats there. Now we'll show hard flats. So that's easy to remember. That C route's always open. Doesn't matter if it's cloud flats or hard flats. The running back route's going to hold it down. All you have to do is low pass this. Same thing versus cover 3. Now, I will say this play is this is more of a play for people that play regs. I say that because the right side of the field is fine. The right side of the field will still work in mud, because you can see that we have the 91 zone defender over there, and we're still able to low pass the corner on him, and we're still able to hit the flat route. The problem is the left side of the field does not really work against all 91 zone guys. If you have 91 zone safety and cornerback on the left, which you will see in mud at this point of the year, you really can't get the C route in there. It's really hard to fit in because it's a deep C route, which means it's kind of hard to get it in front of the safety, and the cornerbacks are good enough and quick enough to react on it as well. So that's really the only knock of this play, is in mud, the left side of the play just doesn't really work that good. You can still mix this in mud and use the right side of the play, because you have all these other good plays like corner strike, PA post, bunch trail, verticals, the draw. You have so many good gun bunch plays that you can mix this in on the short side of the field just to keep your opponent honest in mud. But you can't just run this play down in and down out, because the left side of the field is really hard to complete passes on all 91 zone guys. But if you're playing regs, you can literally run this setup every play, and it is almost impossible to stop. I was running it the other day in a regs game, and guy couldn't stop it. It's really hard to stop, because if you play a regs game, at most you're going to have one guy in the secondary with 91 zone, and you need an entire 91 zone secondary to really, limit this play. It'll still work, like I said, on the short side of the field, but you can limit it. If you only have one 91 zone guy on the field, or some people you play in regs have no 91 zone guys, there's just no way you can contain this play. This play is a regs killer. So I know that there are a lot of you that only play regs, so this is great for y'all. If you're a MUT player, you can sprinkle this in, but it's not going to be as effective in MUT. But I still wanted to put it out there because I believe it's a really great play, and it's a very easy setup that both beginners and advanced people can get some use out of. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, as always, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.